Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at a particular iPhone that might end up earlier than we probably would have expected before. Now, what does this mean? Well, as some of you may know, the iPhone, Apple makes a bunch of iPhones, and there are a lot of different devices that Apple makes that could be all over the place. But it looks like there's a particular iPhone, I think, that could end up ending sooner than a lot of people probably would expect it to end. And this is actually, in my opinion, it could be the iPhone 14. Now, again, this could be all over the place and I could be totally wrong. And in fact, I kind of hope I am wrong because I wish the iPhone 14 pretty much lasts forever. But the problem that we kind of have with something like the iPhone 14 is that this iPhone shared the exact same chipset as the iPhone 13 and the iPhone SE 3rd generation. Now, you are getting more RAM with this particular device, but I do find it somewhat hard to believe that if Apple were to go ahead and create this type of iPhone, if they're going to go ahead and continue to support it, are they going to go ahead and support this iPhone, the iPhone SE3, for a much longer period of time than their previous iPhone, like the iPhone 13s? I don't know if that's going to end up being the case here. And it's going to be a very interesting process to see once this iPhone actually, ends up coming to end of life as to if it's going to continue to get support or if it's not. Now, like I said, the main reason why I think this iPhone might end up early is because of its chipset. That Apple A15 Bionic chip, I think for a lot of people, is still a very good and still a very powerful chipset. And I do think for the most part, like if you're going to go ahead and buy some sort of device, like this is a very, very good performing iPhone for the most part. But this kind of leads us into, when you look at the iPhones that are supported with that chipset, it's the iPhone, SE3, it's the iPhone 13, and the Pro and Pro Maxes of those series. When Apple made the iPhone 14, they did do a couple of different things. They did go ahead and increase the RAM, but the 14 Pro has a newer chipset than the iPhone 14. I kind of find it weird if Apple, I don't find it weird, but I do find that it would be interesting if Apple were to go ahead and essentially support the iPhone, 14 Pro, but not support the iPhone 14 at that same basis. So I think that would be another interesting thing that would kind of be going on there too if Apple were to support both iPhones, because then what was the point of even getting the 14 Pro? The performance was almost neck and neck. It was almost the same type of performing phone, getting the same amount of RAM between both devices too. I think Apple's going to pull something where they're going to want people to go and upgrade to the next generation. And I could totally see Apple wanting to go ahead and have people upgrade to the iPhone, the Pros over the Pro Maxes. And that could signify the first difference where the Pros end up actually lasting a longer period of time than the, standard base models that are at the cheaper price tag. So it's just one of those things we're going to have to wait and see. I genuinely do think for the most part that the iPhone 14 probably will end up not lasting as long as the 14 Pro, but we're going to have to wait and see, kind of see what happens. But in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.